Hey everybody, what's happening? This is Shannon Gross with Hanging with the Boys. I got special guest Joe Looney joining us. Thanks for the time today, man. I see you. You haven't been able to make it to the hair salon since they've opened back up here in Dallas either, huh?
No, not yet. It's by appointment only. So, they got me backed up for about 3 months.
Where are you at? Looks like you're outside today. What are you up to?
Yeah, man, outside, trying to get a little run in and whatnot. Trying to really just take advantage of this time, man, that we have and continue doing these workouts. I tell you what, man, that's been a feat during this time, trying to get these workouts in because, I feel like as a football player, we're so used to the gym and whatnot. So we've really had to get creative with our workouts. But it's been fun, though. It's been a process.
Are you working out every day or just most of the days? How are you doing it these days?
Yeah, so I'm trying to, stick to our normal routine that we'd be doing, during the off season. Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday, have a little break, then Thursday, Friday, continue doing it, trying to get that trophy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So speaking of, did you get to meet any of the coaches before all this happened and we weren't able to be in the building? Did you get to meet any of them in person or has it all been virtual?
Yeah, so I got to meet a couple of them out in the facility, but most of it, it's been all virtual, because, early, late February is when everybody started coming in and, that's when everything started closing. But, it's been cool getting to know everybody over the WebEx teams and whatnot, man. We have our meetings, and I tell you what, we go in there, we work hard, but we joke around and have a good time.
Yeah. Are you expecting any changes with schemes or anything like that? Have y'all gotten into that yet, or is it going to be the same as last year, or are there going to be some changes with Travis being gone and things like that?
Right. No, we're just trying to learn, all the new stuff that McCarthy and Philbin, are bringing in here. Everybody's been jumping in and out of our meetings. Kellen, Philbin, Blasco, man, they've been doing a great job giving us, things that are the same, but things that are going to be changing. And it's been great, man. These guys have been introducing it over these meetings, and I tell you what, we've been really having a blast, learning and having fun.
Yeah. You got your meetings, you're trying to do workouts and everything like that. What are you doing to try to keep your sanity, I guess, whenever, a lot of things are shut down. You can't really go be around a lot of people. I know you're a big social butterfly. Like you like to have fun and be around folks. What are you doing to keep yourself occupied?
Yeah, so you know what? I got 2 kids, and they've been keeping me busy, and I've been getting to see them a lot more during this time, which is great. Tell you what, I get to clean up the house every night, so that's been keeping me busy. I tell you what, I'm going to have a second job here, cleaning houses. If anybody needs, their dishes done, I'm telling you, that glass is going to be spotless by the end of the night. And fortunately enough, too, my brother's actually out here. My brother plays for the Packers. So he's been giving me motivation. We've been working out together and whatnot. So he's been keeping me busy.
Yeah. So kids, have you picked up any hobbies or anything like that since you've been home? Any kind of things that you've wanted to always do, like start playing guitar? Or are you DJing for the kids? What are you doing?
So you know what? Funny enough, man, back in the day when I was growing up, me and my sister, we would play Donkey Kong all the time. And so I was able to get my hands on a Super Nintendo. And, I got a couple of games off of Offer Up. Yeah, I learned what Offer Up was. So, I got a little Super Nintendo off of there, bought Super Mario, Donkey Kong Country. And, man, we've been trying to beat King K. Rool every day.
That's awesome, man. Are you playing any other games or is it just Donkey Kong?
Yeah, for now, just Donkey Kong, man. My brother tries to get me on Fortnite, but I can't, my fingers don't move fast. These big fingers can't work all over that controller. Back in the day, I used to play a little bit of Call of Duty. I'd like to say my kill-death ratio is pretty good, but, it's just me talking myself up.
Yeah, I finally fell into that trap and downloaded it last weekend, and I've been playing, the new Warzone. I am terrible. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at that game.
Dude, I just get on there. I'm just a dummy out there running around. I'm out there giving people their kill streaks. Oh, this guy got a bomb. Yeah, it was because of me, guys. I'm sorry. Killed me 10 times already.
Oh, let's go back to a couple months ago. Whenever you signed in free agency, did you have any idea that Travis was leaving? Did you know? Did you get a heads up? How did that whole thing kind of play out?
But we found out like everybody else found out. I had no idea that he was going to retire. Me and Trav are great friends. We sat in meetings next to each other every day, and but I think he made a decision for his family. He had that the health issue, the one season, and he's got kids. At the end of the day, and I think that's the big goal. You want to be able to play with your kids and whatnot. Football is great, it's wonderful, but it's just something we do for a living, and he's got bigger responsibilities.
Have you talked to him since he retired?
Yeah, man, I got a chance to actually chat with him a little bit. He's doing good. He's hanging with his fam, enjoying life. And I mean, he's definitely worked hard enough to do it, so he definitely deserves it.
Yeah. What's the difference in this opportunity for you and the opportunity you had, a couple of years ago whenever, Travis had the health issues and you were able to slide in and start? Now it's, you're number one on the depth chart here right now. How is this opportunity different from the last, or is it different at all?
I think it's a great opportunity. We've had some great centers here in Dallas in the past, and Travis has set a standard for me. When I first got here, him, Zach, Tyron, LC, the way these guys work, they just make you want to be better at your craft. And for me, I'm just looking at a standpoint. I'm blessed to have the opportunity, first of all, and I'm just going to try to keep the tradition, man. Of making sure that centers are a known position on this team.
Yeah, and Travis, not only great football player, super smart, really good dude, field, great family guy, and you guys, like you mentioned earlier, y'all have a great relationship, and he was a mentor for you, and I'm sure he taught you some things, and you learned from him. You got some young guys behind you now. We drafted a guy. What did you learn from him that you're going to be able to, what are some things that you were like, that's something I can give back and pass on to the next guys? What are some of those things that he did for you or told you or taught you that you're going to be able to pass on?
Yeah, I think one of the most important things he did in the year where he, had his health issues going on, he talked to me and said, hey, Joe, all of this is about confidence. Just have confidence in yourself and go out there and believe you can do it. And man, you want to talk about powerful words, and I held on to that, that season and, from here on out. So, I'm just going to tell these young guys what he told me, hey, have confidence in yourself. You can go out there and do it. You're here for a reason. So, just go out there and, hey, do what you've been doing your whole life and have fun.
And as far as like health and working out, doing all that, are you going to try to come in about the same weight that you've been in the past? You're going to come in a little lighter, heavier? What's your plan on that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to come in at the same weight. Hopefully I have more of a six pack by then. We'll see what happens. See how hard I hit these abs during this time. But I'm gonna try to come in at the same weight and whatnot, and hey, give myself the best opportunity, to help this team win ball games.
Yeah. Were you able to take any trips or do anything fun during the off season?
Yeah, man. So right before everything happened, my kids had spring break. And, man, I was able to go down to Florida for a little while, hang out there, take them to the beach. And, we were building sand castles and whatnot. They still can't bury me all the way. That's a bunch of sand they have to put on me. They still haven't mastered that yet. But, we went out there, went fishing, man. My dad's back out there. And that's what we did as kids growing up. We went fishing, hung out at the beach. And, I'm just trying to give them, a good childhood like I had, like my parents gave to me.
How old are your kids now?
Man, they're 5 and 4.
And is it two boys?
I got a little girl and a boy.
Little girl and a little boy. 5 and 4, man. That's the fun times, right?
Man, I tell you what, and they're eating me out of house and home right now. Especially my son, man. My son's getting so big. It's funny to watch him. I'm just like, yeah, man, I found the refrigerator too.
So do they have any interest in sports yet? Do you think they're
man, play? Yeah. So, my son loves football. He gets to come to the games and watch the games. And it's funny, me and my sister, we actually live together, and we do this thing. We got a long hallway in the house, and she calls it, football announcing. So at first, she'll announce my daughter's name, and I'll be flickering the lights on and off, and we got music going in the background. And then my son comes out, and she's like, Dallas Cowboy football players, and they absolutely love it, man. But when we play football, the first thing he asks, he's like, hey, Dad, you want to play Cowboys? I'm like, heck yeah, let's play Cowboys, man.
That's awesome. What are they?
Yeah.
So they come to the games. What's the game day experience like for them? They come. I guess they sit up in the stands. Do they see you before the game? Do they see you after the game? What's it like for them?
Yeah. So usually my parents and my sister are with them, and they get spoiled at those games. Anything they want, candy, hot dogs. AT&T has everything. It's paradise if you're a kid. But my parents and my sister spoil them, and I don't see them until after the game. But, man, I tell you what, you want to talk about a great feeling is when your kids run up to you after a game, whether it's a win or loss, you see these big smiles, and they just come up and hug you. Daddy, we saw you on the field. And I'm like, yeah, come here, give me some hugs and kisses. I mean, it's an experience. I'm just so blessed to have, man. They make everything, fun and put a huge smile on my face all the time.
Yeah. Other than Dad, are they old enough to have a favorite player yet, or they just like going and watching all the action?
Yeah. So right now they just go and watch everybody. My son might be a linebacker though. The way he hits me, we be upstairs and he'll come tackle me, and I'm like, man, how old are you, man? You're gonna be out here taking some heads off, as my dad would say. But yeah, man, they just love it. They love the beginning of the games, with the smoke, fireworks, and whatnot.
And you're a big soccer guy. You've gotten into soccer over the last few years, right?
Yeah, man.
Who's your team that you follow?
So I follow Real Madrid. I love Real, but Atletico Madrid came to the practice facility, and I got to meet Koke and everybody. Man, those guys were great. So I'm expanding my knowledge on soccer. The only position I could possibly play is goalie, but hey, I'll teach you. I'll have a new technique. I'll bounce those soccer balls off of my stomach, man. Don't get past me.
What are for everybody that doesn't know, what are some other hobbies that Joe Looney has outside of football? What are some of your interests? Soccer. What are some other things?
Yeah, so I love listening to music, especially EDM music. If people are going to be watching this, if you just listen to Marshmello, oh my goodness. I mean, he's such an incredible DJ, and his song Alone, I highly recommend it. But I love listening to music, man. Hanging out, just having a good time.
For all the kids out there, before we go, I know you're busy running, and I appreciate you taking the time. For all the kids that are growing up, and they, maybe they're not, the starter on their team, and they're on the bench, and they're kind of, watching. What words of encouragement would you tell them, as far as, hanging in there and just doing what they need to do to get things done?
Yeah, so one of the principles I base my life on is something my dad taught me, and that's hard work. Hard work pays off. Make an honest assessment of yourself. You control, what you put in, and if you just keep working hard and stay at it, man, no matter what happens, no matter what the situation is, always put 110% into it, and you're going to get great results out of it.
Awesome, man. Well, Joe, I appreciate you taking a few minutes, man. Can't wait till we all get back in the building and we can do some stuff on social media again this year. You are going to be a TikTok rock star whenever we get back in the building.
I better start learning how to floss then.
Dude, we are going to abuse you when we get back in. So
yes, sir.
Don't cut the hair. What's the plan with that? Are you letting that grow all year?
Oh yeah, I'm letting it grow.
You're going to see.
I'm letting these locks grow out.
Okay, I like it, man. I approve. 100%.
Yeah, we're gonna get a Head and Shoulders commercial. Me and you.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, man. We'll take it easy. We'll try to catch up again if we're not in the building soon and see what you're up to. But I appreciate you taking the time, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, Joe.
Take it easy.
Later.
Peace.